Hello. Hello and welcome to another replay commentary of Wargame European Escalation. I'm Kuza, and today I'm here with Klaus.
Hello, and yeah, we have a special guest today. It's Risto.
Hello.
You might know him from his streams, which he does on his Twitch TV, which we will link in the description. And yeah, we're watching my game from the Wargame Escalation tournament against Bison. I was playing NATO, he was playing Pact.
It's from round 2.
Yeah, it's from the round 2. And yeah, this was my first game actually in this tournament because my first opponent didn't show up, so I got the first win. And Bison, who is incidentally my teammate, he's in the same clan, who won his first game, got put against me, which is quite funny. This
yeah,
way
we have to
I
mention maybe
was...
that it was Bison's second game, one-on-one game. So he always played against people in the clan, or he played a
team games.
4-on-4 or something.
Okay, yeah, he played a lot of team games. He's very good at using artillery and such, but he isn't really that good in real 1v1s.
So Kusa definitely having the advantage when coming into the game.
Yeah, I had the advantage. I knew I had the advantage because I played him a lot. And that's one of the reasons I was a little bit more calm, because I was so stressed out coming into this tournament, because it was my first tournament for Wargame. I had no idea what I should expect. And then my first game was against Bison, so I was a little bit more relaxed and I could concentrate a little bit better.
It's funny how it's always different on the stress side when you're playing to win.
Yeah, exactly.
It is.
Okay,
definitely.
let's watch the lineups a little bit. So Bison goes for a more standard 2 command vehicles. He goes for pretty much, very much anti-air, 4 Tunguskas and 1 Bok. It's, in my opinion, a little bit too much. You don't need more than 1 Tunguska and 1 Bok, I think.
Yeah, but he reduced it from the game he played before, he told us. Where he used, I think it was 8 Tunguskas or something.
No, 6 Tunguskas, I think. It was in the first game, yeah. But other than that, his force is pretty balanced. He has a couple of medium tanks, flame tanks, and infantry, and even some choppers, even the good ones, I think.
Yep, the best version of the V24P.
And my force was as well pretty balanced. I mean, I went for a couple of infantry units, my Delta force to secure the town in the center. And different to him, I had a couple of third generation tank, my Leopard 2A4 and the Challenger. And also I'm using anti-air infantry more. I don't really like to have many anti-air vehicles.
Yeah, let's say a few words about the map. I think the key point are the points Foxtrot and Golf, or say better the city. So Kuza now tries with his units to occupy that place and control the city right there. If you control that city, I think the way to the center or through the center is quite blocked. You cannot get through very good. So you have to turn the flanks. So maybe you go over Juliet or you go over Alpha. And the center is also crucial for your reinforcements. So if your reinforcements coming from Echo or if you're the Soviet from Bravo, they all go through that town. So it's a very crucial point in this game.
And we can see from the start, Bison again leaving his command totally without protection, and he doesn't have any kind of a normal plan to, like normally people tend to rush the middle to engage each other, but...
Yeah, trying to secure the city, true. We made a replay in German yesterday with Bison, and he told us he just forgot about this UAZ. So
yeah, he wanted to send it to hotel, but he just forgot it there. He didn't select it when he sent all of his other units, so it stood in India for a little while more. I think he's going to send it over there in a couple of minutes.
Yep, he will, but yeah, it shows a little bit that he's a little bit unexperienced with that. So if you play out more often, you do these things. Oh my god, quite automatically.
Yeah.
I think the biggest...
And also, as Risto said, he practically concedes the center to me, and I can secure the woods over Foxtrot without any problem. I can prepare an attack formation here on the at this forest between Bravo and Alpha, and I can just start putting pressure on him from the beginning.
I think one thing Kusa could improve here is that to get some scout on Juliet if there's some flank going on, and if there's not, then moving from Delta over to Golf.
Yep, good point.
Because he has the central position, so there's nothing to fear about.
Yeah, I know. I kind of forgot about putting a recon at Juliet. Mostly I'm sending in some Fernspeer or something like that to this building at Juliet, because it's quite hard to get them out of there once they're in. Or just even put some infantry in these hedges going from Juliet to Echo. But this time I was very concentrated. I sent some units into this woods. I have the recon on top of the hill, and I know everything Bison has is here. Because I can practically see everything. If you look at my vision, I see a lot.
And it was actually one of the really bad things was that you lost your chopper straight away at the start.
Yeah, I'm very bad at microing my chopper.
You have your Lux in a really good position. That's really good one there, but you could use your chopper, for example, now to check out around Juliet.
Yep, that would have been quite a good job of the chopper to do it. Oh, it's gone. You always lose chopper in the first few seconds. That's
yeah, that's practically in every game I ever played. I'm losing my chopper very fast. I don't know what's wrong. I should just send it, into the enemy lines and shift click back, so he automatically comes back to a safe place. But I always forget to do it.
Okay, so now you try to attack. Well, you tested Bison's defense a little bit with a few infantry, but Bison was able to repel these attacks. Yeah, and he's now pretty much trapped in that woods at Bravo.
So what about any use of mortars or artillery? Did that come into your mind?
Yeah, at this moment I even sent in some mortar carriers, the ML60.
Oh yeah, there they are.
Because I wanted to try and scare him out of this forest here. And at this moment I think I even called in some more Delta Force. I wanted to send them into this reinforcement town at Bravo.
Yeah, you wanted to spawn camp him.
Yeah. The problem is I didn't really tell the Hueys which way to go, so they are flying directly over the enemy lines and get shot by the Tunguska, I think.
Yep.
That was painful.
Yeah, I'm still trying to probe a little bit with everything I have. I'm even telling my Leopard to just fire at the position in the woods where I think there's stuff. But I don't get anything out of it. And I know at this moment it's just a matter of trying to get him out of this forest here.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. Even you have your looks very good positioned, and yeah, you are very near his lines. You don't see a thing. So
Yeah, the problem is it's not the best Lux. It's the cheap one, and it only has good optics. Oh yeah, now I'm starting to pound at him with my mortars, but then I don't really do any damage. I mean, they are quite nice to just scare the enemy off, but if he just refuses to leave the forest, I can't really do anything against it. I really need a very precise luck shot to destroy anything.
I wouldn't say so, but he leaves his infantry, for example, in the vehicles, so they're pretty well protected. Against infantry, I think the mortars are very good, but not against vehicles.
Yeah, I guess they're actually very good against vehicles that are in hedges, or just infantry. If you see them once, you know they're there. They can not run as fast as you can shoot with the mortars, and that's the only time you can actually do some damage with them, I think.
Yeah, it's mostly the mortars are a mental weapon, also in game and out of the game. In game you can of course cause some moral damage, but out of the game you can actually cause the player to worry about some Arctic coming in, even though it's not efficient. So
yep, Bison now, I think he saw your AMX and your Delta Force coming up there, and so he built up a defense, a very strong defense if you look at it.
Yeah.
At his reinforcement point.
Yeah, he sent in, I think, excessively many troops. I mean, those two Motostrelki and maybe the Afghansky would have been enough. If he wanted to be very sure, he could have just bought another flame tank or something like that, and it would have been more than enough.
Yep, I think so. I think the two Motostrelki and the Afghansky would have been enough. Well,
yeah, at this moment,
even
nothing
the two
much
helicopters
happens.
Should have been enough. So
yeah, at this moment, nothing really happens. I just moved my command vehicle from Delta to Golf, so I can get more points because I know I'm pretty much secure here, and I think I even get some money for another command vehicle for Foxtrot, so I really have the economic advantage in the late game. And even while I'm waiting, I'm starting to assemble a small light force in Juliet just to try and annoy him at Hotel with some light attacks. I mean, these couple of vehicles I got, they cost about 100 and something. That's not a big investment. But you can really fuck someone's defense up with something like that. Yeah, at the moment, you see, I didn't realize he had that much defensive in at Bravo, at the town, so I'm still sending my Delta Force in. And yeah, they're gonna get destroyed.
yeah. Quite interesting how calm Bison is at this point. I would have tried to get my UAZ out of this woods, because I don't know what artillery is that. So yeah, and would have tried to evacuate and move my HQ.
Yeah, I mean, in the meantime, I actually started doing some damage, because I think I saw where his flamethrower tanks were, so I just targeted that position. And as you can see, I damaged those infantry fighting vehicles quite a lot.
Yep. Definitely gets hotter in these woods. So, well, on the other hand, if you pulled back, to what point? India?
Now, to be honest, I would have just put it somewhere in the corner of Bravo. Even if it's not hidden, you can just yeah, seeing the amount of anti-air he has, it would be more than enough to stop any kind of heli rush, and he has a lot of troops and flamethrower tanks in those woods, so he could stun any vehicles trying to flank him on that side.
Yeah, I would put it hedgerows, I think, on the foot of that hill. But yeah, somewhere else than in these woods. Okay, now you start your attack on hotel, your probe attack, I would say.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on that. I think I was busy waiting for this infantryman, but then I lost patience and I said, okay, this isn't possible. I've lost double the points that the Bison has lost, so yeah, let's just go do some damage. And I sent in my troops.
That was really unlucky for Bison that he didn't micro his Motoshrelki. He had them inside the buildings, not on the edge.
Yeah, that's really...
You need to be aware of those kind of small things.
Yeah, definitely. The problem was I didn't even realize there are Motostrelki there, and they are going to play a big role later on.
Yeah, but now Bison lost his HQ, so he lost hotel. 4-point advantage to you, and now you already secured Golf and Foxtrot. So you're making, let me calculate, 10 points, while Bison only makes 2, and that's a very, very big difference.
Yeah, you're definitely in a commanding lead at this point. Nothing to worry about anymore. And that attack, like you said, it was some 100 something points that you sent in, and it took out command, so definitely worth it, definitely.
Yeah, I took out a command and 2 Tunguskas. I mean, they're not cheap either. I think I destroyed 350 points or something like that. The only big critic I have at this point for Bison is that he doesn't use his artillery. I mean, he has 2 Malkas and he just keeps them there, not using them. I mean, for the money he just spent on those 2 units, he could have just gotten himself another command vehicle. Almost, at least. Because if you're not using
but you're shooting them with your AML-60, so...
Yeah, now, because I saw them shooting once, I said, okay, I can't let them have full morale because those Malkas, especially from this distance, do so much damage and are so accurate.
Yep, they are pain in the ass for natural players.
But he's trying to just randomly shoot at your mortars, and it's not good. You can use the mortars without accurate fire because the circle is so small, but any kind of other artillery I would recommend getting a full sight.
Running away without any problem. I just sent them away, so they weren't in any kind of trouble. And the biggest reason I had for sending them away was so they are not that close to the command vehicle, so I don't risk him getting a luck shot just on the command vehicle and yeah, ruining my day.
Good thinking.
Yeah, so at this point I think I said, okay, the AMLs aren't really working, I need some heavier artillery, so I got 2 of those French AMX auf 1, which have a very good rate of fire and are pretty accurate on short distances. So yeah, and using the big amount of money I had, I even called in more heavy tanks. I mean, I have another Challenger on its way, and I think I'm going to call in another Leopard as well.
And you can actually see how effective the Alpha ones actually are compared to the mortars. When they started shooting at the forest at Bravo, people and things just started dying there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how powerful it is. And yeah, it seems I just switched my focus from this side of the forest to the other side right in the correct moment, because Bison has a Buratino now. And he kind of wastes his shots with it because he doesn't have any recon to see what I have there and where I actually stand.
Yeah, and the Buratino were worried, I think, so it lost a lot of accuracy.
Yeah, and at this point I just said, okay, I'm going to storm up this hill and see what he's got. maybe try and do some damage and then retreat if it's too big a mess. And here we'll see, I think those challengers and the leopards do quite a lot of damage, because the T62Ms don't do really that much damage against the front armor. And they have such bad accuracy that they hardly even get me.
Yep, the only thing that's dangerous for you is the rocket, I think, but it's not very accurate.
Yeah, and at this moment I think the Malka is even the biggest problem. If he had it, if he had bullet for it, ammunition for it, he could have just stunned my tanks there and just charged in with the T-62s, and he would have destroyed something.
Yeah, well, at this point, he could have also used his helicopters, because he shut off your Chaparrals and your Rolands. I don't know what you had there with them. And,
well, I still had the Roland. I still had one Roland here, which was in range actually.
I think you all of it. Oh, I don't see. Ah, there, yeah. True.
So you are cleaning up him quite nicely. And there's nothing for you to fear about any flanks or anything.
Yeah, well, I knew after
your tanks are a little bit too close. You should have spread them more.
Yeah, I'm going to do it the moment he starts shooting his artillery at me. I'm going to start and spread them out.
Yep, and at Bravo you're trying to claim the forest.
Yeah, unfortunately for me there's nothing there where I shoot.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to lose any more infantry troops or my recon just going in there. So I decided, okay, I'm just going to ignore this forest for now, and I'm going to focus on this bulk of units here between Bravo and Hotel.
I can see how this will end. Yeah, it will not be nice for those tanks.
Yeah, as I told you, I didn't see the strategy until the end of the game. I think this Challenger are getting shot like 3 times, and I didn't realize.
It does. But if you take a look at it, it's amazing how much the Challenger.
It's gotten 2 straight shots on the side and it's still alive.
Yeah,
amazing.
This is amazing.
Amazing piece of
I once had a game where I had the same thing, and my infantry had an infantry rush on tanks, and I said, yes, they're there, they can knock him off, and it was a Challenger. They shoot, nothing happened. Challenger fires back, infantry was gone. Every other tank would have been gone too, but not the Challenger.
And you can actually see the power of the arty as the Leopard 2A4 is routing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm lucky though that it actually runs away this time and then unroutes pretty fast, so I can order it to go back, showing its front to the enemy. Because it's so annoying when they route and they just stand in the same place and they can just come with helos or something like that and just shoot me.
Definitely.
And this was my problem at the moment. He had helicopters and my Roland was pretty far away, and the 2 chaparrals I ordered were also still pretty far away.
Yeah, the game is quite close. 4 minutes and 50 points. Okay, now a little bit more, but
yeah, after he lost his helicopters, the game turned in my favor completely. But I was worried there for a couple of moments, because we were like 50 points difference, and yeah, there were only 4.5 minutes left to go, and I really didn't want to lose my first game in this tournament. But yeah, right now I was practically relatively passive, because I knew, okay, I'm 300 points ahead. I don't really need to try and do too much damage. I have 2 heavy tanks on the hill. I think I ordered 2 more. Yeah, Challenger and Leopard are on their way. So I knew any kind of rush he would try would fail. I had anti-air missiles, I had scouts. I was pretty much okay.
Of course you were.
Yeah, so I
So
just waited.
the one who should have attacked is, or has to attack is Bison at this point.
Yeah, definitely. He's being way too much passive. Straight from the south, when he gave the middle up, that should tell that he's trying to flank or get a battle victory somehow. If you're down on points, you can't just defend and wait.
Yeah.
Especially
I
in
mean, the
this game
fact is
mode.
he wasn't even down on points, on that many points. I mean, almost the whole game he was pretty close to me, because I really couldn't just push into that forest, and I was very concentrated on that forest. I don't really know why myself.
But I think it was good that you kept shelling it, because there was a whole lot of stuff in there.
Yeah. I mean, just imagine you would have taken the 8 infantry troops that were in that wood and would have tried to rush my position at Foxtrot. I would have had to abandon the forest there. I would have had to... I don't know if I could have taken golf with that threat over my head, to be honest.
You could have, but it would have been risky.
Yeah, it would have been risky. That's the thing. I don't think I would have taken that much of a risk. But yeah, the French artillery is just amazing. It did so much damage. I mean, look at this forest and compare it with the beginning of the game. There's nothing left there except the HQ.
Yeah, and all other units in there are stunned or out, so
yeah, at
they're not
this
of much
moment I
use
could
at the
have
moment.
even sent in, I don't know, those anti-tank trucks, jeeps and looks, and could have overrun him.
Yeah, but as I said before, not necessary. You're leading in points.
Yeah. But having 4 heavy tanks here, I mean 2 Leopards and 2 Challengers, you want to see what they're capable of. So I try to just push my way closer to the enemy. And yeah, I wanted to see how much damage I could make. And as you can see, I still don't realize that there are Motostrelki in this building.
Yeah.
The lucky thing is they don't really have any more ammunition for the RPGs, so my luck survives.
Yeah, but they're doing a good job scouting that Challenger.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, those Malkas are so annoying at close range. They do so much damage, and
Yeah,
they are
they're
so
quite
accurate.
good.
More to the point. But yeah, I didn't really want to try an attack without support vehicles, so I waited for those AMX 10Ps, and I didn't realize there are only 10 seconds left. So yeah, I didn't manage to get a last offensive going before the end.
Well, you didn't need it.
Yeah.
Okay.
500 points of victory. I think it was a convincing victory. A few things here and there. Maybe faster Artie could have been better.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't really know what to expect, as I said, because Bison mostly plays in teams and mostly uses artillery. So I didn't know what he would do in such an 1v1 environment, so I wanted to be prepared against everything. And artillery is nice, but it's really just useful once the game gets slower a little bit. So after the first couple of fights, and yeah, when the fronts are pretty much fixed, then you can start using artillery, in my opinion.
Yep, I think so too.
Have to agree.
What Bison defended very well, I think. Very good, but was way too passive. After he repelled the first attacks, he should have used a little light infantry or light vehicles like you did, trying to scout, trying to find out where HQ is, trying to attack you. And I think that he didn't do that, cost him the game.
Yeah, I didn't see any Polish infantry. I don't know if he has them on the deck, but definitely those guys are best used as an aggressive scout, so just sending one scout and some Polish infantry around the edges, as you didn't have them so secured, he could have gotten on the map and started threatening your command.
Yeah, definitely, he could have done that. The fact is, I kind of knew how he would react when he's trapped like that, because he had a lot of infantry in that woods. So I thought to myself, okay, he's not going to start an offensive here when he's that much under pressure at this point. And yeah, I think Bison doesn't have any other units but Russian units. I think that was his point. He wanted to do a pure Russian deck.
Maybe, yeah.
Role
I think
playing
he
to the
said
fullest.
he was thinking about breaking his rule for the Dana, for the artillery, because that's one of the best artilleries the Soviets have. But yeah, he didn't do it in the end.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this cast with our guest here.
Yeah, thanks
Thank
for
you
having
really
me.
much.
Yeah, I hope yeah, we'll see you next time again.
See you next time.
Bye.